What's going on, guys? So Pax Day announced about an hour ago that they're going to be releasing a patch tomorrow. So that's exciting. What we're going to do is we're going to go over the patch notes and break them down, see what they're updating. Let's go over the patch notes over here and see what they got for tomorrow. All right, so patch notes, July 2nd, tomorrow. Changes, resources and crafting. Nice pork stew is now correctly named Nice bear stew. Okay. Clay, flax, and impure iron spawn frequency and amount of spawn locations has been increased. This is pretty good. Flax, clay early on is you need a lot of it. This is good. You need a ton of flax all the time. I feel like I'm not that high level in linen or whatever it's called, but the little bit that I have leveled, you always need a ton of flax. Impure iron. That's pretty good too. I feel like at a certain point, stop using impure iron, but early on, you do need a good amount. So, plus these are low level, or like low tier resources. I think the respawns, should be high, or the spawn location should be high. Social increase chat message character limit to 255. Okay, who's typing that much? This is good though, I guess. You can type more. Player settings menu. Mouse sensitivity option has been added. This is good for people who are going to play the bow. Now they can adjust their mouse sensitivity. I mean, even regular combat would probably be helpful, but I think it's mostly going to help for like bow users, people who are used to like first person shooters or whatever. So this is good for combat. This is a good add, a good change for the combat improvement. Mouse inverted option has been added. Never used inverted mouse, but I'm sure there are people that love this. Remove the use occlusion calling. I used to check this and then uncheck it. I have no idea what it does. Somebody kind of explained it to me in my clan chat, but I'm glad they removed the confusion, at least for me. I didn't know if I wanted it on or I wanted it off. But, you know, now it's gone. That's fine. Move the unstock option out of the graphics section to the main section where it should be. I agree. This is good. Keybind entries have had a slight update to appearance. Okay. That's good. It's like a polishing, like making the game look better kind of change. Or at least it sounds like it. All right, combat. Hit impacts now have... Hit impacts now have reactions based on the surface they hit. So this is good. This is another step towards making combat better, which needs a lot of work at the moment. I think what this means is like if you're hitting a rock, it'll sound and maybe even like react, like bounce back, like, whoa, you hit a rock, you can't do anything against that. But it might also be against enemies. So there's actually going to be impact against, like, let's say wolves or any of those NPCs, which is good. I feel like at the moment you're kind of just swinging and it doesn't feel like, you don't feel that, at least to me, it doesn't really feel like you're connecting the hits. You're kind of just swinging at the air and makes the combat feel really cheap and almost non-existent. So this is another good step towards, fixing the combat or actually implementing some sort of combat. So I like this. It's a good, it's not much, but it's something, and I like that. I think it's gonna be good. We'll see when it comes out what it actually is, but I think it's gonna make like auto attacks feel like you're actually connecting the hit, like you're actually hitting the enemy. Death and revive. Add a home shrine for starting area as default. Not sure what they mean by that. I feel like I always spawned. I've made, I think, two characters at least for early access. I've played before one of the alphas, but I always felt like I spawned by a home shrine. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Unstuck cooldown is now 15 minutes. I'm not sure what it was before. I've never been stuck yet. I always feel like unstuck should have no cooldown, because sometimes you get stuck, you hit unstuck and it's still like messed up, and then you gotta wait 15 minutes to try again. But I get why there is a cooldown, because some people can abuse it. Like, let's say you jump off a mountain, you get some resources, then you unstuck, then you go to the other side of the mountain, jump down, get resources, then unstuck, and you're back up on the mountain again. And it's just really I don't know. It's almost like cheating. So I get why they do put a cooldown. I'm not sure if it had no cooldown before, and that's why now it says 15 minutes. So either way, it doesn't seem like a long time. I know some cooldowns in some games are like 30 minutes. So this should be fine. Wearables and wieldables. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Improve the appearance of capes so that they are less distorted. I like this. I kind of like how the cape moves, but it does get Yankee, so like really goofy sometimes where you're just like, what's happening with the cape? Like it's on crack. So this is a good polishing and appearance upgrade. I like this. I hope the cape looks better because I like the cape, but I do not like how it gets stuck sometimes or how it flaps and it just looks all over the place. Remove decorative. Am I pronouncing that right? Whatever. Tiara from character reset. Okay. I guess that's for, well, yeah, that's good, I guess. Further work has been done to improve overlapping issues with certain garments. This is good. Another, I mean, some people don't care. I do like how beautiful the game is. So any improvement to like continue to make it look better. Almost, I guess the game, you can say it looks realistic. Anything that improves the way it looks, I'm a fan of. Because if stuff is just overlapping, it kind of just looks like you just kind of throw it on. I don't know. To me, it looks cheap. If you don't care about graphics, all that stuff, then I guess you don't care. For me, I like the improvement in the game being polished, basically. Building container sizes for newly built containers that had more than 10 slots has been increased. Existing containers do not change size. To upgrade, I think they mean your containers. Please rebuild anywhere you want. Increase size. So I think this means like, what is the bigger size container? I can't remember the name. Or a decorated chest, I think. The current size I think is 30 slots. So does that mean has a bigger size? The thing about this game is that there's so much crafting that you need so many resources. Like you don't want to, let's say you used up all your sapwood, or like you used up as much as you needed, but you don't want to get rid of the extra because you know you're going to need sapwood again in the future. So then you store it, and it ends up being, because the chests are not that big, you'll have a house or like a plan base, just containers everywhere. There's an insane amount of containers because you don't want to throw stuff away, and the storage size just doesn't feel that, well, it's just not that much. Which having that many containers is not a big deal, I guess, but it also takes away from the look of the game where you just like walk in a house or walk into a base and 90% of it is containers all over the place. So hopefully this means that containers are bigger now, increased size. You will have to my base for my clan has a ton of containers, so we have to rebuild all those. That's going to be a lot of work, but I think they can't just, I guess they couldn't just like increase the size for containers that are already built. So I get it. But hopefully this means that containers now have a lot more space, or I mean just more space in general would be great. A lot more space would be amazing. I would love it if it's like, instead of 30 slots, it's 60 slots. They had more than 10 slots, but it doesn't say what it was increased to, or like, okay, I guess we'll see tomorrow what the size is going to be. Graphics improvements, more natural sun and moonlight colors. Again, I love how this game looks, so improvements like this I like. Improve image color contrast. Okay. Bug fixes. There's a lot of bug fixes, huh? That's good. So I come from New World. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played New World. There's so many bugs in that game, and every time they fix a bug, there's 20 new bugs with the bugs. It's so annoying. Every time you think they fix something, there's 20 more bugs, so it never feels like they fix anything. So seeing this many bug fixes, and like even the little ones that they've already done where they fixed the bug and there's no new bugs, it's so refreshing to me. You guys, if you've never played New World, you just don't understand. But if you played any game that's similar to that, where like the coding is just really bad, then you appreciate this coding and this dev team like actually fixing stuff, and it doesn't break 20 other things. But anyways, bug fixes, resource gathering, fix an issue where the idle could crash while chopping down trees. I've never had that issue, but that's good. Fix an issue where players are occasionally unable to complete harvesting material resource. Oh, is this the one where like unable to complete harvesting? Is this like when you're mining and you run out of stamina, or you stop mining, like for some reason you stop clicking and then you go to mining again and you just swing your pickaxe, but it doesn't actually mine? If that's what it is, I like this. This is huge because that was so annoying. You have to make sure your stamina was full, or like sometimes something else will call my attention. I would let go of left click and then that node would just there. I can't mine it. So if that's what this is, I love this. This is great. Fix an issue where brown bears were not dropping loot. That's really good. Building. Fix an issue where objects placed on the triangular stone foundation would break. Okay. Examine. Fix an issue with the examine action becoming unavailable when regenerating HP. We even found that. But that's good. I actually don't examine a lot of stuff. I kind of just look at it regularly, but I mean, like I said, this game is beautiful, so I can understand why some people are like examining everything. Crafting. Fix an issue where ingredients sometimes dropped on the ground. Oh my god. Despite having space in the inventory after unsuccessful crafting. Oh my god, this is huge. Finally, man. This is really annoying too. Especially if you had a second floor, or if you were on the second floor and then you had to like run up and down, or up or down to get the rest of the stuff. Sometimes you had to go outside and go around if you had like a wall and it went through the wall. So this, I love this. This is huge. Another like polishing the game fix. We'll see. We'll see if it's actually fixed. Fix an issue where the construction hammer is referred to as the building hammer in the onboarding process. Fix an issue where a beehive was using an old wax icon instead of its own unique one. Fix an issue where parts of the character's body would clip through the underwear. Hey, yo, like what parts were clipping through the underwear? What's going on here? What parts of the character's body were clipped through the underwear? Come on, Pax Dei. But I mean, I guess this is actually a nerf for some of us. You know, now we don't clip through the underwear anymore. All right. I guess we're just, size of the matter, I guess. Fix some issues with the sleeves that would clip through some jackets. Again, this is the same as, what's that? Oh, right here. Improve to certain garments. Like this is another, like polishing the game, making it look cleaner, making it look better. Again, I think these are all the same issue where bracers, clipping forearms, clip to each other, certain tops. Yeah, these are all like making your character look better. It's not just like stuff on top of stuff, just clipping through. And so I like that. I like the polishing of the game. Yeah, I mean, this is not like a huge thing. It's like a visual thing. That's okay. Like, I dig it. Now, this one up here, obviously a nerf. So now we got buffed down here. We got nerfed up here. It is what it is. Teleport. Fix the issue where the player was teleported in the middle of the current map and not their home shrine if it was different province. I've heard people complain about this. I haven't had that issue yet because I haven't really teleported too many times outside of my province. So, but that's good. I would hate if that happened to me. Fix swapping items with G being unavailable most of the time. I didn't even know you could swap items with G. I guess once this comes in, I'll see what G looks like. G item swapping. Combat? Well, more combat? Fix an issue where after being stunned, the player might not appear visually in the proper state. Okay. This PvP then. Fix an issue where weapon and shield spells would deal an additional tick of damage. That's good. Fix an issue where disabling camera relative targeting worked consistently while barehanded. Okay, so there's people out there boxing that found this. Fix an issue where the Ring of Fire NPC would distort shadows in the environment. That's good. Fix an issue where respawning after dying with a shield equipped could lock the character in a certain pose. I haven't had this issue because I don't use shield that much, but that might change actually. I found something today that I put out a video soon about shield. I'm starting to become a fan, but yeah, this is good. Another polishing, like the game is not like some cheap game that's just bugged out. So this is good. Fix an issue where tapping attack buttons too quickly will result in animation restarting. I've had this issue, and this is good too. Huge for combat. Again, polishing the combat a little bit. Yeah, this is good. I like that. Fix the issue where the player was able to cancel attack animation using block but still dealt damage. Now, does this mean that animation canceling is no longer there, or that now you don't do damage once you animate or animation cancel? But we'll have to see if animation canceling is still there. I've used it because sometimes the third attack on the like a combo for a weapon takes too long. So you just do like the first two, then you animation cancel and restart the first two. But I don't remember doing damage after canceling. So we'll see what this does to animation canceling. UI, fix an issue where the warning that tells if multiple actions are bound to the same key was not visible in the control settings while in character selection. Okay. Fix an issue where part of the text in the help UI didn't scale correctly with UI scale. Good. Fix an issue where plot management panels showed up despite not owning any plots. Interesting, but that's good. Fix an issue where the accept decline buttons were not properly fitting in the clan invitation UI. Can't remember if I got invited or I applied. This is good. I know there were some issues with clan stuff. Looks like they're fixing some of it. Death and revive again. Fix an issue where the player was able to move during revive. That's funny. Fix an issue where the home shrine map marker was excessively large and had a placeholder icon. Fix an issue where the player was able to see home shrine icon while in the dungeon. Okay. Fix an issue where the waiting in water was no longer hooked up after impact system was implemented. I don't swim that much because I always drown. I'm not sure what this means. Fix an issue where player's character animation stopped very close to the Petra Day Center, which sometimes resulted in soft lock animation. That's good. Audio, fix an issue where the footsteps sound effects were playing when the player was standing still. Don't think I've encountered that. But again, this is polishing the game. So I love that. Anything that polishes the game is good. Fix the issue where processing loop sound effects would still play after appointment crafter was deployed. I think this is like when you're crafting and you're done, but it's still, the sound effect is still going, which I encounter. And I would sometimes look up, because sometimes when I'm crafting and it's like craft 50, then I'll like get on my phone or like start watching YouTube. So like right when I'm about to, I have one item that's still left to craft on when I hit craft all. And then I know that's done, but then I still hear the sound effect. And I look up and I'm like, okay, that was just like a sound effect for some reason still there. So I like this, again, polishing the game. Performance, fixed an issue where we would sometimes get too many NPCs spawn in one area, creating performance issues. I heard about this, I haven't seen it. But again, this is good. Although I feel like we need more like wild animals, like more boars and wolves and stuff like that in the world. The world is massive and sometimes it feels like you have to walk a lot. And then the respawn timers are kind of long. But, I mean, this is good. But yeah, that's the patch notes for tomorrow. It seems like they're going the route of like, let's polish what we have right now. Let's fix what we have right now. Let's get this, you know, polished and complete and make sure it looks good before we move forward. Instead of having like all these bugs and all these issues that are like, you know, sloppy garments or like sloppy combat hits or whatever, and then on top of that, like, oh, we added this, and it's like, yeah, but all this other stuff still looks like ass. So I kind of like this. It's a good, I mean, this is it's going to be only the second week the early access has been out, and there's a lot of like polishing and bug fixes. So I like this for like starting out. This is only the second patch. Pretty sure the last patch, yeah, it wasn't that big. Like, it was good, but it was, you know, some bug fixes, which was good. There's a lot of bug fixes over here too. Or this is, what is this? Oh, this is a release, never mind. So yeah, this is only the second one. There's a ton of bug fixes, and you know, some stuff that just polishes the game, makes it look better. So yeah, for the second patch drop, it's good. Hopefully there's more progress besides polishing, but for now I think it's good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm actually working on another video right now, right before I saw this. But you know, once I saw the announcement, I was like, let's make a video about it and break down the notes. But yeah, you guys have a good one.